I'm here with Kenny, and I absolutely love Kenny's old Ford here. It's got a kind of, well, it's got the White Lightning vibe going here with the bottles in the trunk and the, he's gonna run from the revenuers at any minute. I really dig this thing. Kenny, what's the story on the car?
Well, I bought it last fall, and I don't know a whole lot about it.
Oh.
The guy I bought it from didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
Only his father-in-law bought it 10 years ago, stuck it in the garage, and that's where it's at.
Well, what they went for with this thing looks like just a fun cruiser with like a what if a guy like had an old Moonshine runner, maybe ran some stock car races with it or something.
For the drag strip, I think.
Sure. What year is this thing?
52.
52 Ford.
Yep.
Just clean and simple inside. Well, thanks for talking to me, Ken. I'm not done yet, but thanks for talking to me, bud. It's
that's all right.
Small block Chevy.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like a small block Chevy.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on that. Disc brakes. I like that they did that.
Yeah. They did quite a bit to it.
If you were down around North Carolina or, you know, Tennessee Hills or whatever, cars like this, they ran low in the back and they ran fast and they weren't afraid, and they were on the gravel roads, and a lot of them with the lights off, driving by the moonlight.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were bad boys back then. But I love what you did here, or what they did here, Kenny. And hey, man, thank you for your time. Well, surprise, surprise. We're walking around, and my friends from the Walkerton area with that really hot little 61, 62 Vet I showed you before showed up this morning with this beautiful 57. Stick shift. They love the stick shifts. I'm sorry, I take that back. It is automatic. Yeah, showed up this morning. And my friends have that hot little 62 Corvette. Showed up with this beautiful 57. And a really neat special deluxe. Probably 41, 42, something like that. A friend that we talked to before, Hap, his name isn't Hap, it was in honor of his dad. It's got the Cushman Eagle in the back. Really, really cool. So we're here at back at Cars and Coffee, and our friend Kelly with that beautiful orange 302 Z28, he's been holding out on us. He shows up with this this little Typhoon. I'm like floored. It's a beautiful, clean example. Kelly, okay, bud, talk to me. What is this? What do you got going on here?
This is a 92 Typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of 130 made in the black and gray.
Wow.
Total production was 4,697. 2497 in 92 and 2200 in 93. This came out of California. 280 horsepower out of the factory, turbocharged all-wheel drive.
So
it's a good survivor.
It is. So these the Typhoons and the Cyclones, they were like the big news in the early 90s. They posted 0 to 60 times comparable to supercars.
Yeah, like 5.3 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, that's
60, yeah.
That's awesome.
That was their big ad campaign to beat a Ferrari. But yeah, it's
so ahead of its time. Turbocharged, 4-wheel drive. Yeah, and
all the creature comforts of whatever you want. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were like way ahead of their time. I don't know if people realize what they were at the time, and then they were kind of gone. What was it, like a 3-year run?
Yes, it was. 91 was Cyclone only. 92 and 3 were the Typhoons, and then they pulled the plug in, into 93.
Just unique.
But it's got some stuff I still want to do to it, yeah. But
they always do.
It's
man.
a good survivor.
Yeah, oh, it sure is.
You always got to be wrenching on
it's
something.
It's black and it's straight and it's not rusty. That's awesome.
That was the draw.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if it was been somewhere else, no. California is. I mean, it's clean underneath, like you wouldn't believe.
All right, Kelly. I'm not going to say goodbye. I'll just wait till the next time you show up with something different.
Oh yeah,
that I haven't seen
we always
before.
got something in the works.
I do.
I bought a truck out of Arizona, so let's wait and see if that gets.
Wow. All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Again,
Bart.
Bart. Okay, I'm old. I don't remember stuff
Yeah,
so good.
well, I don't either.
Hey, Coffee and Cars here with Bart, and Bart had that absolutely beautiful bright orange Cougar Eliminator, 69 Cougar Eliminator. Everybody's surprising me with good stuff today, and I like it. He showed up with this 67 SS 396 Chevelle. What's is an honest 325 horse?
Yep, this is all original numbers matching, original color. It's been restored and repainted, but this is the way it
color.
came from
And people change. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
People change the colors a lot, and it's cool to see a different factory color. Very
80,000 miles.
Wow.
Yep.
Looks like a nice dry clean car, straight. You got a good eye, Bart, for sure. For sure. So SS package, you got DF41 suspension, you got 396, probably a turbo 400?
Turbo 400.
12 bolt?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. Yep. Just a nice
Posi rear end. Yep.
And
like I said, it's a bone original car. It's all been rebuilt, but everything matches.
If you ever run into anybody that says they don't like Chevelles, stomp on their toes really hard. Chevelles are America's sweetheart car. Everybody loves them. Yeah. And wow, yeah, you surprised me, and thank you very much, Bart.
I'll bring another one next month.
No, I love it. Don't threaten me with a good interview. All right, thank you, bud.
Thank you, man.
Your channel is called Hudson Garage. This happens to be a friend of mine, Dan's. We'll talk to him in the future. He's busy today around here, but this is I think it's a 51 Commodore. I could be wrong. It's close to that. But Commodore was top of the line, and it's a four-door sedan variety. We are standing in front of my neighbor's. He just picked this up. It's just a killer Cummins RV. Really clean unit. He was pretty ecstatic to get it. I'm happy for him. Take a little walk around here. Studebaker pickup truck. The Transstar. Look at that. Looks like Boss Hog is here today with a pretty cool Cadillac convertible. Got a Plymouth Savoy wagon, 56, probably 56. But I think it's on a Dakota frame with a modern drivetrain. I'd love to cruise that around. That's awesome. Just one of my favorite cars of all time. 68 Charger RT. So the 68, you can tell it's got the bullet. They're meant to look like bullet. The end of a bullet. They're meant to look like bullet taillights. And one of these cars was actually featured in the movie Bullet. It was the car that ran the Mustang off the road in Bullet. It's got the Bullet side markers and the folding headlight front end. It's got 150 mile an hour speedometer, buckets, console. This one happens to be an automatic.
I said, just freaking, you need.
So it's got the classic folding headlight front end. So, sorry guys. It's like a nice aftermarket air on it, 440. Beautiful car. Yeah, just one of my favorites. Yeah, they just nailed it on the body lines. Everyone thinks that Dukes of Hazzard and stuff, but I just like how they looked originally. Very cool. So I'm looking at two really interesting vehicles here. There's like a 78 Chevy Malibu. But I know LS swaps aren't new and people boo-hoo. I don't boo-hoo them. They are awesome. And this is a nice clean LS install in this car. This to make this car just a really fun driver. Bucket seat car. Roll up window bucket seat car. Nice, clean, not a rusty car. Got some good brakes on it. I approve. This car is nice. And then next to it is a sleeper. It's a Colorado that, you know, maybe a contractor might drive or something. Until you look at the back tires and you see he's got some Hoosier slicks on the thing. And then you get in here and he's shoved a, looks like a pretty healthy LS motor. Sounded really healthy pulling in LS motor in this thing. Also approved. I like the vibe on this one. I like what he was going for. That's not a surprise. I knew he was holding this card back in his deck here, but we looked at my friend Mark's 67 GMC step-side truck a while back, but he's had this car a while, and it's just a beautiful 61 bubble top Bel Air. It's got 348 tri-power 3-carb setup on it, stick shift car. Pardon me, Mark? Impala, what'd I say?
Bel Air.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So it's a beautiful 61 bubble top Impala. Big difference on trim level and stuff. And anyway, Mark, you're not babbling, I am. Why don't you tell me about your car, sir?
You pretty much said it all. 348.
Yeah.
Tri-power setup on it. 4-speed. Let's see, 4-speed.
How much of it did you have to do over time on the car?
When I bought it, it was painted and the interior was in it.
That's a big help.
But the drivetrain was 1961 when I bought it. So
okay, yeah.
Everything from the bumper to bumper has been...
Everything from every bolt touched?
Yes.
Okay.
Mechanically, so yeah.
Well, this car gets driven. It's not a trailer queen.
No, it's not.
When it's nice, Mark enjoys this thing and drives it around. And hey, thanks, bud. Thank you. So, my buddy Steve owns this. I think it's a 79. It might be a 78, but I think it's a 79. And it's a 442. What makes this car special, aside from it's a nice, clean Texas car, is that right there. It's a stick shift car, and this it's got some Texas hail damage on the trim, but other than that, it's pretty darn good. But the other thing that's unique about this car, small block Chevy motor from the factory. Didn't have an Oldsmobile motor. Didn't have it had a 305 Chevy motor with the 4-speed stick, and it was a legit 442. It is a legit numbers matching 442. He went a long way down to get it because he knew it was something special, and added to it. We ribbed him about the roof line on the car and stuff, but pretty darn unique car. Pretty darn unique. I don't see the owner around, but I gotta catch this one. This is a 73 Javelin 401 car in kind of a plum color with the factory it's an Amex with the factory striping, and the lines on these cars are awesome. But I love the dashboards, and it happens to be a stick car. Wow, thumbs up. But it's got the engine turned dashboard, 140 mile an hour speedometer. Yeah, just, you know, AMC, they did some quirky stuff. And I had an Amex years ago. I had an earlier Amex, but this was kind of the big daddy, the 401 with the stick. I approve. Great car. Next to a beautiful Starlight Coupe and a Daytona Studebaker wagon. Cars and Coffee is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Very cool. Hey, so we're here at the Outsiders Car Club. They're a new club. Seem like a nice bunch of people. It takes a lot of work to put on a show like this. Put the show on today. It's going to be an annual event, and so we're just going to walk around and see what we can get into here. Again, I try not to bother people when they're talking. Nice square body, nice late model Challenger. Got the Hellcat badge on it. Late model Mustang. Really nice mid-year vet big block car. Really nice clean car.
That's why I wore a sweatshirt, so I have a sweatshirt.
Late model Camaro convertible. Everybody loves a Volkswagen bus. Old school dune buggy. This car we saw at cruise night last night. Just got a neat deal going on with that. This, I believe, is a father and son 69 and 70 Roadrunner family. It's really cool that they have that they do together. That's one of the Repop Thunderbird convertibles.
I'm going to get
So my friend Steve I talk about that has the Oldsmobiles and that sold me back our car. And you've probably seen this in my barn before. It's one of his driver fun cars. It's a, I believe it's an 87 T-top Monte Carlo. Just got like a mild small block in it. It's a nice car. Next to it, you got a suicide door 40s Chevrolet. You got an F1 Ford pickup, real nice clean one. You got people taking, hi.
Hello, sir.
You got people taking pictures and don't want to interrupt them. 58 Fairlane, just from the era of chrome and cruising. 69 Camaro. We've seen this truck before, but it stops me in my tracks every time. Got a supercharged LS motor.
Oh God, this is too ironic.
Real nice, clean, beautiful Bronco. '63 split window Corvette. It's got the back window is split in the center. It's probably one of the most desirable Corvettes there is. And what's crazy is years ago they used to cut out the divider in the back window and to make them look more late model when they were late model. And now people are putting those pieces back in again. But the trim is really hard to find. The nice clean example with knockoffs. Nice car. '71 Monte Carlo, small block car. These cars drove so nice. This looks like a nice dry clean car. Kind of looks like original paint. Late model Cadillac. Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's weird that they're not giving the details at the same time.
640 horse Cadillac.
That ought to get you there.
LT4 supercharged. Nice clean Bronco.
So what's your TikTok page?
78, 79. Cool little Chevelle post car.
They held it all, Churchill down.
And what's yours?
You don't see a lot of posts anymore. But if they do survive, you see a lot of the hard tops, but the posts are kind of few and far between.
And you know how they have the
Coke bottle style charger with a big block. Okay, I don't know what happened, but suddenly I am jonesing for one of these cars. I remember how well they used to drive and float down the road and stuff, and I'm keeping my eyes open for one. It's a 77-ish, maybe 76 Grand Prix SJ model with a 455. Looks like a nice car.
It's 4-speed.
Was it a factory 4-speed?
No, I made it a 4-speed.
You added the fun factor, nothing wrong with that. So we're here with this 77 Grand Prix owner, Mark, and he's nice enough to give us a minute and talk to us. And I told him before we started here, I'm kind of jonesing to get one of these cars. I've had them before, but I've been driving economy cars to work for too many miles. And these things used to float down the road, just used to be a pleasure to drive. And this one tickles my fancy because it's an SJ model, buckets, console, options. It's quite the car. He put the 455 big block in it. It's a nice straight clean car. You have somebody airbrush on the
Yes.
yeah, but one of the trickiest things about this T-top 77 is he converted it to a stick. He added the fun factor here, so now you got the big block 455 with the stick, and I mean that's just neat. But the buckets in the console, it's the way I would always want to get one too. So Mark, tell me about your car. I'm babbling.
Well, it's this car really had a death sentence. It was on its way to the scrapyard.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, it wasn't. The story was this from a body shop. It had all been repainted, and the body shop was taking it to an upholstery trim shop to have the Landau top put on.
Okay.
When another car ran a stoplight, and at a 50 miles an hour, plowed right into the front, hit it right there, rolled that frame up into the block. So the insurance paid the car off. The front end, the motor, everything that was in the car was gone. But the shell,
the shell was decent.
The shell was, and it was original SJ. Yeah. But the frame, and I mean the tub and everything was good. Interesting that it did not break the windshield in the accident. Anyway, I had a lot of parts because I love these cars. So I've had lots and lots of parts accumulated. So to save the car, I went ahead and bought the car from the basically from the scrapyard. I got it. I had a 455. I had a transmission. I had to customize the linkage.
You had the missing pieces to the puzzle.
Exactly. So, but it took a little work to come up with the linkage. And I actually had a brand new in the box American hatch T-top. Yeah. If you look at it, you can tell the gaskets are like brand spanking.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
And believe it or not, I have still have the original American hatch warranty card.
I don't think they're going to honor it anymore, but it's cool to have.
Yes. Here's the office that American hatch actually was made. So anyway, I put the car together. I had a lot of NOS parts that I had accumulated over the years. So I had.
I like the wheel choice because you got the big block 4-speed. You might as well have a little flair to it too, right?
Exactly.
I got it.
And I wanted to accent this body line.
Yeah.
I really liked the way this sort of flowed to nothing, and then it started again. So the body shop, there was a guy out of New Buffalo, Michigan. I don't know if he's still alive. I've heard he passed. Yeah. He airbrushed that on, so it sort of looked like a little bit.
Well, he did a nice job. So the SJ and J, like the J model, could have still been a bench seat column shift car, and most likely would have been. But an SJ, you're going to get the bucket seats, console.
Correct. Correct. And it had the standard optional cornering lights. More lighting.
You wouldn't have got the base engine with an SJ.
Well, you would have had it would have came with the 400.
400, yeah.
Now in '69 and '70s, the SJs came with either the high performance 428 or the 455. So you had the bigger motor. Later on, the SJs were just more of a trim package that.
So the other thing, if you're not familiar with these cars, when they open the hood on a Grand Prix or a Monte Carlo, you'll see that the engine set back to the radiator. The engine sits way back on these cars. Yep. So like your control arms are here, and the motors. I mean, there's a lot of weight there, but it's back, and it just makes for a really nice handling car.
Yes.
The structure, the wheelbase, and the way that's laid out makes for a really nice handling car. But hey, Mark, I love your car. Thank you for taking a minute and showing it to me. Okay. Looking around here. So there's a few cars from that have the sticker for the blue top over here, and the quality of these cars, really neat. This is a beautiful '56 Bel Air. It's got air. It's got power dual chamber master cylinder. Just a nice looking cruiser setup. It's a really nice 58 Impala. Looks like a 348 4-barrel. Beautiful car. Back when they made cars with heart and soul and trim, and every year was different than the year before, and people cared.
Nowadays you can't tell the difference.
No, sir. No, sir. Little side hack. Really nice Pro Street Chevy 2 Nova. See a hot little small block in it. Beautiful, clean, straight, custom 20. Little Pinto wagon with a 5.0 motor in it. 70s style, got the tires kicking outside.
I'm noticing it for a little while longer, maybe another 20 minutes.
Our friend Jeff Snova, Bad Influence Bob's here with his Pontiac Catalina. We just visited with my friend with the shoebox here. You'll see that on an episode. Yeah, you'll see Don's shoebox on an upcoming episode here. Really nice Coronet 500. Buckets console car, nice straight clean car, a little Barracuda next to it. Insanely detailed AM General. It says it's a 72. He's got the trailer and all the radio gear. We've seen this crazy Nash before. Big block car. Beautiful 70 Chevelle. That's like America's supercar right there. Everybody loves 70 Chevelle. Hard not to. Got a little Carmen Ghia convertible. 71, 72, 71. It's one of those cars you don't see on the road. The Eldorado Barrettes.
Waiting to see the car show.
68 Chevelle SS. See quite a few 69. 68 you don't see as often. This looks like an honest original SS. Very cool. 57 two-door hardtop. Wow. Kind of stopped in my tracks at the quality of this 67 Chevelle SS 396 Super Sport. It's really cool pewter on the outside, silver. Just a pristine interior, buckets console. Very slick car, very nice car. Our friend Cager is here. We've talked to him before.